Castrol, the manufacturers of Castrol GTX2, a can of the best, are proud to present South Africa's premier rallying event, the 1993 Castrol International Rally. 47 cars make up the official starting list of the 1993 Castrol International Rally. 5 crews have made the journey south of the continent to contest in this, the second round of the All-African Rally Championship, including the current leader, Satwant Singh.
Satwant, welcome to South Africa. This is your first time here. How do you feel about driving in the Castrol Rally?
Yes, it's for my first time. Very excited, a bit nervous, but looks is a very good rally, and I think we'll take it easy and maybe we'll finish.
Now this is the third round of the African Championships. Where are you lying at this stage in that championship?
I'm leading the championship at the moment.
So this is a very important rally for you?
Correct.
This rally is important for the car because it's a new car. It's the first test for me in this car and for car in the rally. It's very test.
And your opposition, how do you see your opposition for this rally?
I don't know, because I don't know possibility of the car, because it's not possible tested in Europe. Little test yesterday in South Africa.
Well, this one is very important because it's the first event that I've done. I missed the event in Burundi, so it's very important.
So you actually need the points?
Yeah, very much so.
Seated ahead of the local entries, the international drivers head the field, led by the Audi Sport Euro team, Aldo Riva and Enrico Roveda. At exactly 9:30 on Friday, the 21st of May, Aldo guides his newly built and almost untested Audi Coupe S2 from the starting ramp. The streets of Ermelo make up stage 1, an 11-kilometer sprint through the town and surrounding countryside. Second on the road, wearing number 2 on the doors of his Toyota Celica GT, is Zimbabwe's Billy Rothenbach, in action here with Surinda Tati navigating. Having driven in the 1992 Castrol Rally, this crew, like the Italians, are all well aware of the local conditions and local competition. Car number 3, the Subaru Legacy, crewed by Hasmat Sanji and Peter Stone. Satwant Singh and Richard Leek in the handsome Toyota Celica Turbo 4x4. Heading the local entry in 5th place overall are current South African Championship leaders Serge Damso and Vito Bonafide. With 2 wins on the Castrol in a row, Serge and Vito must be the odds-on favourites for the event. Behind them, in the first of 2 Nissan Motorsport Sentras, Hannes Krobler and Douglas Judd. Ford's only hope of success in the Castrol Rally and driving the Sasol Ford Laser, the legendary Sarel van der Merwe and Frans Boshoff. Behind them, talent like Nick de Waal, Jannie Habach and Enzo Kuhn, all in with a good chance. Away from Ermelo and into the forest stages near Piet Retief, where the rally starts in earnest with the dry, harsh South African conditions. The local boys are quick to turn on the pressure, led by Hannes Krobler and Douglas Judd, who win stages 1 and 2, and seen here about to win stage 3. Sarel van der Merwe and Frans Boshoff are quick to show their intentions, holding 2nd place after 2 stages in the Sasol Laser. Choosing to drive on the pace notes, which are a form of internationally accepted navigational notes, has an obvious advantage for the leading Class A locals, who now dominate the top 10 placings. But the pace up front soon takes its toll when firstly the Ford Laser's motor blows. Billy Rothenbach then retired with a broken gearbox in the same stage, followed closely by the rally leaders Hannes Krobler and Douglas Judd, who suffered engine failure.
It's a big disappointment for us. We were leading the rally, and I think up to that stage we were winning all the stages. And the engine just died on us on that stage, and we really don't know what happened, but I think it's the same as in the previous rallies. But the car was going very, very well. I was very happy with the car.
With 2 of the leading cars out, Serge Damso and Vito Bonafide are quick to respond, winning stages 4 and 5 convincingly. Nissan's Nick Duval and Guy Hodgson driving on pace notes and quick to respond to the newly created challenge up front. Due to be retired from active service after this event, the crew have a lot to prove. The privately entered VW Golf Synchro of Jannie Habach, with navigator Piet Swanepoel temporarily out of retirement to replace the still injured Martin Botha. With the first scheduled regroup looming, the cars work their way to the small town of Amsterdam for a 2-hour break and a sample of some local hospitality. The Audi still leads on the road, but it's the Toyota of Serge Damso that leads on the scoreboard. The surviving Group A cars allow the locals to go unchallenged, most unable to match the sprinting pace up front. Having had a slow start over the first 3 stages, Serge and Vito found their form on stage 4 and have not looked back.
For us, it's going very well. We've had a clean run, except the last stage we had a little bit of a misfire. But I don't think that's going to be a problem. And we took it quite easy in the beginning and paced ourselves, and it seems to have paid.
Nick, the responsibility for Nissan lying fairly and squarely on your shoulders now that Hannes is out.
Yes, it's a pity that Hannes is out, but it's just as well that Nissan entered both cars still in this event. So yes, I've got the responsibility and I plan to keep it up.
Nick and Guy have opted for the pace note form of navigation, which we can experience with them on part of stage 8.
100, long, easy right, tightens. Sharp right. That's a sharp right. Medium left over crest and sharp right. And 50. Medium right and turn off medium left. 50, sharp left, sharp left. 300. T-junction, turn hairpin right. 200, T right, hairpin right. 100, hairpin right. 400.
Unfortunately for the crew and for Nissan, this was to be the last stage in which Nick and Guy would compete under full power. Stage 9 claimed the second Sentra with similar engine problems as suffered by their teammates Hannes Frobler and Douglas Judd. A sad but dignified end for this team. With the South African section of the event now completed, the Castrol International Rally crosses the Swaziland border at the Nurston post, where, under the blanket of darkness, 5 more forest stages await the competitors. Clerk of the course, Dieter Koch, has changed the format of the Castrol Rally this year, and instead of driving through the night, the crews now enjoy a break before starting day 2. The remaining 5 night stages are critical for the surviving crews, as Serge Damso is only too aware. With the Nissan having retired and Jannie Habach suffering a series of niggling faults, Toyota soon find their second Class A car, of Enzo Kuhn and Johan Seeling, behind teammate Serge Damso on the scoreboard. Habach and Swanepoel hang on to 3rd place, ahead of the Northern Transvaal team of Peter Baragwanath and Charles Rieler. Having made up time after swamping their motor, Riva and Roveda moved from 10th to 5th place in just 5 stages. With dawn about to break at the early morning start, we asked Serge Damso if he was happy with his performance.
Yeah, we got a 3.5 minutes lead, which we'll try and maintain today. And if everything goes all right, we shouldn't have a problem.
Now you got Enzo behind you. Are there any team orders?
Well, I'm not too sure yet, but we'll see today what happens on stages, and we'll be able to tell.
But you will work together.
Well, that's our idea, you know, to get a 1st and 2nd. That's what we want.
As Serge and Vito clocked out at the Parc Ferme, many felt that the Castrol Rally had already reached its conclusion. This despite some fierce competition and 2 full days of rallying ahead. Day 2 consists of 16 stages in the Usutu forests of western Swaziland. The roads